If you notice any of these signs that I'm about to list in your body, my sister, rush to the nearest hospital and have good examination of that your body, because one of the most likely diseases to have is vaginal cancer, uterine cancer, ovarian cancer. Breast cancer is the most dangerous. Many people you see walking around with a bobby, you think that they are actually having their normal bobby. Many ladies has had their bobby cut off. Many of them are walking around with plastic bobby. So for you to prevent this from being your portion, you need to listen very carefully as I tell you the smart step you have to take to prevent any form of breast cancer. This will do you a whole lot of good, and you can also share this video so that it can get to a lot of women and they will learn. Some women don't take care of their bobby very well. They have the bobby there, but they don't mind, they don't even look at their bobby. They just have it. Maybe the only time they use the bobby is when they want to visit their boyfriend, but any other sign the bobby is showing them is not their business. So I'm going to tell you the signs you need to look out for in your bobby to know if your bobby is okay or not. Number one sign is when your bobby is producing milk. If your body is producing milk, it is likely to be a hormonal imbalance or another sign of cancer. Sometimes your body might produce milk because of hormonal imbalance. Once you notice any form of milk, be it milky or bloody color, you need to rush to the nearest hospital around you, because many of you will now saying that it is producing milk for your boyfriend because you are feeding him your bobby. You think that because he has been feeding from the bobby has now developed milk, and that is where he has been eating both his breakfast, lunch and dinner. So you need to understand that once your bobby is producing any form of milk, any color it is, know it that it is a very bad sign that you are either having an imbalanced prolactin hormone or any sign of a dangerous disease. Number two is the size of your bobby. The size of your bobby matters a lot. The bobby is meant to be similar in size, but not, the similarity should not be so pronounced that somebody from afar will even identify and still tell you that your bobby is not the same size. You can only notice that your bobby is not the same size when you come closer, but when people can identify that the other one is as big as watermelon while the other one is as small as apple, that simply means that there is problem. When your bobby is that size, it means that there is a problem. Like you go to the market, you find out that you hardly find a bra that can suit you like that. It's either you adjust the other hand to be bigger while the other one is small. It simply means that you're having a very big problem in your bobby. Number three is when you are having lumps in your bobby. What I mean by lumps, when there is something like a ball, it seems like you have small balls in your body, that simply means that there is problem. Sometimes those balls, they can refer to it as cancerous and not cancerous, benign and not benign. So you need to look out for this. If you have any sign of lump, something like balls inside your body, please rush to the nearest hospital. Number four is dimple. Do you see this thing there? That is dimple. When you notice any form of dimple in your bobby, yes, when you notice some kind of spots, bobby and dimple, holes in your bobby, that is a very dangerous sign. You need to rush to the clinic to examine your bobby. Number five is the color. When you notice that one of your bobby is albino while the other one is blacky, there is a very big problem. You need to go to the hospital. Number six is when the mouth of your bobby is inverted. That is when it is going inward, because of course you know every bobby is supposed to point outward, whether it is going to the other side or it is going downstairs. It's supposed to come outside. That is, the mouth of your bobby is supposed to point outside no matter where it is facing. So when you notice that it is going inward, it is going inside, please, you have to rush to the hospital. I know some people are naturally born without the mouth of their bobby are not actually pronounced. It is not out that much, but when you notice that it is no longer the way it is before, please rush to the hospital. And again, is your bobby is meant to be soft. It is meant to be welcoming. Not whenever you bring out your bobby, everybody will now look at you as if you're a man. osie ike dịka okwute na-enene onye ọbụla ka onye ọ na-ewesala iwe. It simply means something is wrong. Some people's own are naturally like that, but if your own is like that, if your own was never like that before, and unfortunately it starts being wrinkled, shrinkled, and all of those ugly nature, that simply means there is problem. You get, your body is meant to be welcoming, like it is meant to welcome whenever you bring it out. It is meant to welcome any visitor. So these are the signs that will help you to know that there is problem in your body. And of course, you know you're supposed to eat a lot of vegetables in order to prevent all these things from coming to you. You need to eat good vegetables like tomatoes, onions, cabbage, all those fresh vegetables. It will help to prevent any form of attack on your body. But the problem we are having right now is that they are preserving these fruits with a lot of things that can even cause the cancer. So you can as well do yourself a whole lot of good and try to identify a very fresh fruit that will help to keep your body safe. At this point, I believe I have made a lot of sense. If this is your first time of coming across my video, please do well to share so that it can get to others. Thank you for listening and for watching. My name is Miss Licious. Bye.